Welcome back, everybody, to the Pokemon SoulSilver playthrough. This is part 9, and we are pressing the wrong button, apparently. Okay, so, oh, that's right, yeah, before I went ahead and did anything, I decided to, well, look around in the grass, because there's no glass here that has wild Pokemon, just to get a little bit of, you know, leveling and such for God's sake. Anyway, so here we go with a fancy Hoppip, brand new Pokemon for this playthrough. And I was certain that Leech Life, since it was bug type, you know, it'd be super effective. But no, Hoppip is grass and flying. So it kind of nulls one another out. And of course it has synthesis. So this gonna take a while. Let's see, a little bit more information. Why not, sir? So going back to, of course, the marketing release, several days later, Nintendo, I read that already. They also announced that the games would contain numerous updates, although declined to reveal any specifics. It was released for the Nintendo DS on September 12th, 2009 in Japan to coincide with the 10th anniversary of the original Gold and Silver release. Because they can do that. Junichi Masuda stated on his blog that we, Game Freak, have spent a long and firm time developing the above two titles, said in context, and that Pokemon Gold and Silver will be back with far more excitement. And I must say that I'm having a pretty exciting time. You know, fighting Hoppips and whatnot, and having them do Splash, which should really be called Hop, but that's how it was translated to in the English release, so you can't really do anything about that now, can you? No, you can't! Don't you question these things! You question me again and you will be in big trouble, mister! Alright, so here we go. Wait a minute, why am I using an item? Oh, that's why! I'm gonna be capturing me a Hoppip! Pokemon Get! Yeah, I know. I kind of went overboard with that one. But as you saw on the bottom, fancy switch from a Pokeball to the Great Ball, because that's what Hoppip is in. Yes, brand new Pokemon, Hoppip, Pokemon number 5. And yes, of course, like usual, we are going to give it a fancy nickname, and I'm going to be calling it Fluffer. And the reason why was because I was thinking once again of, you know, its final evolution, Jumpluff, of course. You can look up what the word Fluffer means, but I don't recommend it. Though you can. I'm not stopping you. Anyway, so back to the Pokemon Center, gotta heal up because that Hoppip battle was absolutely grueling and took just way too long. And of course, I had to say Pokemon Get. You know, I haven't really said that in the entire playthrough. I was, like, putting it more in annotations. But the thing was, yeah, I don't know, I just wanted to actually say it now, you know, sort of like, Shine Get, Pokemon Get. It doesn't have really the same ring to it, so I guess I'll just say it like I'm crazy. Fluffer is doing its best to keep up with you. Well, you know what? Keep trying. That's all I gotta say. You gotta move fast if you're gonna keep up with me. I got time limits. I got YouTube time limits to deal with. So, if you're not moving fast, then you're just not gonna be, you're not cut out for this playthrough. So a white apricorn, and now that I realize it, it wasn't actually Kurt that Team Rocket was pushing away. That's who we're talking to right now. This is Kurt, the fancy Pokeball maker. He makes Pokeballs out of apricorns, and wow, he's blazing a trail. Time skip. Move. Magic video editing. Because, yeah, I wanted to just see what the little girl had to say. Alrighty then. So yeah, Kurt, of course, being as hot-headed and bold as always, goes ahead and charges the Team Rocket dude guarding the Slowpoke Well, which of course got a makeover and a fancy cutscene picture. There was a Slowpoke in the water. So yeah, Kurt unfortunately fell down and slammed down hard on his back. Even though he's standing, they really should have done something to his sprite, like I think they did in Gold and Silver. I'm pretty sure he looked like he was laying down. Not this time around, no. You can't always get what you want. And here we go. We are in the first sort of rocket base thing. Team Rocket is up to no good, of course, in Azalea Town. They want to take the Slowpoke, hack off their tails like the heartless, cruel bastards they are, and sell them for profit. Because apparently Slowpoke tails are absolutely delicious. Which makes me want to just throw up, okay? They actually... Oh no! God! Bats in video games! Switch out! Switch out! God! Emergency! Alert! Alert! Never mind. Apparently I'm not. Oh, I get... For God's sake. Okay, I figured I might as well just be gutsy and run with it. Yeah, I guess what I thought at first when it got that critical hit was, you know, that was just a lucky hit. Might as well just forget about it. But then I actually hit him. Oh, there we go. Oh, see, now when he hits himself, then that actually makes a difference. Okay. Oh, this is actually an interesting battle. But, of course, I had to speed it up because, of course, we've already seen Rattata before. Alright, so I'm going to actually switch out because I didn't really want to get owned by that Rattata. It was using Tail Whip a lot. And Rattata naturally has pretty high base attack, and I knew that, so I was like, yeah, time to switch out. Okay, get Fluffer a little bit more EXP, of course. Now, something I thought of now that I didn't think of then, I had the TM for Bullet Seed, and Hoppip can learn Bullet Seed. So I could have actually been having him fight, but at the same time, oh, level up. Okay, sweet. Fluffer, good job. But at the same time, Hoppip doesn't really have such great stats, so I just figured, you know, it wasn't really too much of a loss, you know. Might as well split the EXP and just get on with it. Alrighty then. So, free Super Potion, I like those. And the first female Rocket member to be encountered in this playthrough. Oh yeah, oh that's right. The Team Rocket this time around actually has 4... I held up 3 fingers. 4 leaders like that are basically going, like, leading this new sort of Team Rocket directive 3 years later when Giovanni, like, decided, screw this, I'm leaving after he got totally destroyed by Red. But in the original games, there actually was 4 different leaders. The problem was they all had the exact same sprite except for the female leader. And they weren't given any specific names. They all had the name Executive. So it was basically, it sort of confused people and made them think that it was all like the same person. Oh, God. Okay, Ladybug just learned Light Screen. And now he's learning Reflect. Now he wants to learn Safeguard. What's going on here? This is just wacky. Yeah, I was thinking about it, and I was thinking like, Safeguard's alright. But, nah. I don't really find myself using it that often, especially if you're just, you know, battling against the AI. It's not that much of a big deal. So she's got herself a fancy Ekans, and I decided to use Red Ranger's new attack move. Gotta get it right. Reflect, which it helps my whole party, which is awesome. Alrighty then. So I decided to just barely speed this one up a little bit. Just because well, let's just say it takes a while. The thing is, they actually created a sprite for the cut-off Slowpoke tail, and it's not something that kids should probably think about, you know, because it gives, oh no, oh crap, I hate poison. Oh, and he's wrapped, which means he can't friggin' switch out, which is not great. Alright then, so let's do something about that. I think it might give the children nightmares. You know, it gives them a visual image of what a cut-off Slowpoke tail looks like. Not so much fun. And Reflect wore off, so this is looking very bad. Yeah, I wanted to try to switch out, but then yeah. I wasn't 100% sure if Wrap actually keeps, you know, my Pokemon in the battle, but yes, it indeed does. So I figured I have to run with this. Damn you, Ekans! Like, who does this girl think she is? Some sort of prototype of Jessie or something? Get out of here, you Jessie-stealing, copying person, you. Alright, oh, now I can switch out. Here we go. Bats in video games. Show them who's boss! Come on! Show them new moves. Let's go. Super Miss. Okay. Oh my god, that's bad. Okay, you know what? We're gonna go with our #1 be-all, end-all Pokemon, Fireball. Fireball, go get him! Come on, show that friggin' Ekans who's boss. I thought he was going to get him in one hit. Don't you poison my oh, for God's sake, man, this thing is really annoying, isn't it? Alright then. Get him! And he's done. Finally. God, that took forever. And, God, 4, 5. Wow. No, what am I saying? I switched between 4 different Pokemon. Wow. Pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. Alrighty then. So now we... Whoa, okay. Oh, that's right. I gotta heal up a little bit. Alright, so how about that information? Yes, of course. Still on the marketing release. At the 2009 Pokemon World Championships, Nintendo stated that HeartGold and SoulSilver would be released in North America between the months of January and March. Europe sometime around May and June, and Australia in April. Announcing these much-anticipated game launches at the Pokemon World Championships allows us to give the news directly to the legions of fans who represent the true heart and soul of Pokemon. Wow, that's actually pretty awesome. A spokesperson said. I wasn't really finished. That is one heck of a quote. That really, you know, really... Like, that sort of quote really makes the fans feel like they really have the power in their hands, you know? So, also, the official Pokemon website in English was updated with information about the new titles, telling readers that the games would feature revamped audio-visual effects, interaction with the DS touchscreen, and more surprises, quote-unquote. Of course it has to have interaction with the DS touchscreen. It's a friggin' DS game. Come on. Alright. So, back to Bats in Video Games. Gonna own this guy, Zubat. I decided to switch out to Bats in Video Games because, well, I have to show this other bat in video games. Who's the boss? You know, gotta show my Zubat's dominance and super awesome power superness. I don't know. But now we're confusing each other. Oh, of course, you know, his snaps out of confusion. Mine's just screwed. Leech Life doesn't really seem to... Okay, another Super Sonic. Leech Life doesn't really seem to do much, especially considering that, you know, Zubat is part flying, so it kind of... It just doesn't do much. Alright, then. So, more Leech Life spam. Like, why? Why would you do that? Come on, game. Think with your artificial intelligence, not with your... I don't know. Anyway, not with your artificially implemented ego. There we go. Yeah. It took me a while to think about that one. I can't always be on the ball for these things, damn it. Oh, good. Perfect. Static. Got him. And now Thundershock. We'll get him. Bye-bye. Alrighty, then. So I figured I might as well just have Citizen Zap jump out and totally wreck some Zubats. Because, once again, they're part flying. Ah, that is it for you, mister. Why do they all have pink hair? Is that like some sort of, like, you know, Team Rocket necessity? Like it's part of their uniform? You know, wear black, red. Oh, and by the way, dye your hair pink. Why? Anyway, that's it for this part of the SoulSilver playthrough. Join me in part 10, where we will be going and battling the very first executive of the newly formed Team Rocket. Hoppip, what do you have to say to that? Fluffer, standing guard! You will have to stand guard in the next battle, I swear! See you all next time!